Hello, welcome to Cooking with Julian. This is a new thing that I'm trying out. Today, we're going to be making Redguard rice from the Elder Scrolls Cookbook. This is a dish made with wild rice, lamb, and an assortment of spices. And it sounds like it's going to be great, so let's see how it goes. For this recipe, you will need 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 of an onion, 1 pound of ground lamb, 1 cup of wild rice, 2 cups chicken broth, and ground cinnamon, hot paprika, coriander seeds, and parsley and molasses. Now the first thing you want to do is get your mise en place. So that means we're going to mince the onion. You could do it by hand, or I actually prefer to use this food processor with the little hand crank on it. It just saves a lot of wrist work and time, and makes you so you don't cry quite as much when you actually go to chop them. So let's do that. Peel the onion. I save my skins. I like to use the skins in broth. It's pretty simple. You freeze your broth items, and then once you've gotten a bag full, or give or take, you can make that into a broth, low and slow over the simmer, and you end up with a delicious, flavorful broth, and you're saving the planet a little bit too. So who doesn't love that? So with the food processor, you're going to dice it into small pieces. Open up that bad boy. And drop in your onion. It's a little big. I may have to work in batches. We'll see how it goes. Now this piece is a Tupperware. I'm not entirely sure what it's called. I got it secondhand. This is the way it works. You put your hand down and you crank. Sometimes it gets a little stuck. So you just break up the pieces a little bit. Makes it a little easier for them to be manipulated by the machine. Give that another shot. There we go. Pull. And voila, minced onion in like 30 seconds. For this, we need 1 cup or 180 grams of wild rice. We have a scale, kitchen scale, tare to 0. Let's see. Alright, a little bit over, but that's fine. Now, in addition to this, we're going to need 2 cups or 480 milliliters of chicken broth. You can make your own, you can buy a store-bought. In this case, I'm using a carton because I don't have any homemade. The seal didn't break fully. Okay. Fix that and re-pour. That's better. We have 2 cups. Make sure you get level so you can get an accurate reading. Not that it matters. I just like accuracy. There we go. Now we have the spices. It's going to be a 1/2 teaspoon of each But for the hot paprika, I'm going to be mixing half paprika, half cayenne. Unfortunately, I do not have that one on hand today. So, I put them all together because they're going to be added all at the same time. And for the molasses, I'm saving that until I need it because it tends to stick to things. And there is a way to serve it so that it doesn't stick to your utensil, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me get to it. Oh, it's smelling good already. Now, this recipe has no salt, but I don't think you need salt when you have so many flavors going on. And you could always add more salt later, but you can't take it away. So, it's better to be light-handed on the spice. You can always adjust to the spicier side if you needed to. There it is. So we're starting with some butter on the pan. I'm going to get the burner going, about medium heat. Melt the butter on there. Don't leave the plastic. Don't need plastic, that's not good. Helps to chop it into smaller pieces. Now that the butter is nice and melted, we're going to add the onions and cook them a few minutes until they are translucent. There is a way to speed this up, which is to cover the pan so that you can cook the moisture out. But they're small enough right now that I don't think it's necessary to do that. So I'm going to let this cook down. Maybe 3-4 minutes. Okay, the onions are ready. Now we're going to add in the lamb. And we want to stir the lamb while we cook it, break it up into little pieces, so this way it'll cook evenly, it'll turn to a nice browned texture. So drop that in there. There it goes. This is going to be a real treat for me, because I don't cook with lamb all that often. It's a bit expensive, and sometimes it's hard to find, so this is going to be very good. Do this for 8 to 10 minutes, or until the meat has been fully browned. Now the meat is nicely browned. I like to switch cooking utensils. I like to cook raw meat with bamboo or wood, and then I switch to a plastic. This just cuts down on the contamination a little bit. So now I'm going to add in the spice. Stir that, just mix it up a little bit. And then the rice. This is where we need the molasses. So what you do with the molasses is you spray it down with some ham. And then you pour it it shouldn't stick at all. It'll come out real slow. There we go. Molasses didn't stick. Works every time. And finally, the broth. Pour in the broth. Nice and good. Covered. Just gonna give that a little twist. Get it nice and mixed up. Now, cover it. Cook it for 35 to 45 minutes, or until most of the liquid is absorbed into the rice and the rice is soft. See you then. It smells so good already that the cats really want to try it. The rice is a little bit dry. I'm just going to add another half cup of water and cook it for like 5 more minutes. Still a little bit dry. I'm going to add another half cup. And put it on about 5 more minutes. And I think then I'll just take it as it is. And there it is. Just gonna mix it a little bit, get rid of all that excess moisture sitting on the bottom. And looks good. Cut the heat, and I'm gonna serve it and give it a try. There it is. It looks good. It smells great. A little bit of garnish on there. Time for a taste. Okay, the rice is still a little bit dry. I might add maybe just reducing the time, the temperature down a little bit to medium low, and increasing the time. I think I got it in there for 40 minutes. I'd like to get in for 45 total to get the rice to a good place. But other than that, the lamb is delicious. The spices are really good. Don't overpower it too much. And I'm definitely going to finish this bowl. And I'm trying to save some for friends and family in the next month or so. This probably is going to freeze very well. Meat and rice is good for freezing. If I had to rate it out of 5 stars, I would give it 5 stars. Thank you for joining me on today's edition of Cooking with Julian, and I hope you have a wonderful day.